Alright, so guys, it's been a while since I made a video. I finally got better from my hernia and everything, and this probably won't help what I'm going to buy. So I found, a while ago, I bought a 69 Hydro 12 off a guy, and I really didn't like the price, but at the time I really wanted a nice, clean, original one. So I paid 400 bucks off this guy. Come to find out, I go home, one of the head bolts went through the carburetor mounting flange and broke the stud off, but I did get it running and it smoked like a fiend and knocked, so it was completely junk. The guy ended up hooking me up on the engine, got me another engine because this guy has a lot of stuff, but he still tinkers with them. But he has a 1977 yellow Hydrotrack 16 with the Onan in it, which is one that I don't have. And due to everybody else being like, go for it, you better buy it, they're hard to find, yada yada, I feel 200 bucks for it is kind of too much, but I mean, I tried finding another one. I've even tried finding where people have bought and sold, or where they've even been for sale, and I just can't come up with anything. So it's one of them things, I'll either buy it and then I can sell it for what I paid for it, from what other people have told me, they'll buy it for what I'm paying for it, or I can fix it and keep it, which is what I'd like to do. But you always regret what you don't buy, not what you can always sell something, but I'd probably regret if I don't buy it. So that's what we're off to get. So you guys, I don't know if this guy's gonna, well, we're not gonna take video there, because this guy, the last time we were there, he was a complete a-hole to me. And I really don't even want to buy it off him because it's just a matter of principle. But if it was anything else, I wouldn't even come back, even if it was like a mint SS12 or something. But it is what it is. I have all the parts to fix it, the hood and the grill and stuff that's missing off of it. And with Hugh's help and some other people that have the newer style hydros with the filter and everything, I've never had one of them rear ends even out to even know the ins and outs of it. But I'm sure with all of you guys' help and all the knowledge that I know, Hugh pretty much knows everything about it because you've had it apart how many times. So we'll be able to get it fixed up, and I can handle the paint and body and making it run, I'm sure. So in a little bit I'll have a video of this up with, well, I'll have them all combined and you'll be able to see what it looks like and everything. But that's just a little backstory on how I found this thing. I ended up making a wanted ad, and that's how the guy found me, and then I started going up here and buying stuff off of him. But he's like an hour away, so that's why I figured I'd just ramble on while we're driving there. But okay, I'll take a video of what it looks like in a bit. So talk to you later. Alright guys, so we just loaded up the junk in the back of the truck. We got another one for the orphanage. Like, I needed another one, but here we are. The guy was pretty nice this time, but still, he wanted to show me some other stuff, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. So I said, nah, I can't be spending any more money today, maybe another time. So I ended up snagging it. He helped us load it, and I'm pretty confident the transmission's fine because I pulled the dipstick and all the fluid's fine. I was afraid of pulling that and it'd just be full of water and crud and pine needles or whatever, because it's been living underneath a pine tree for I don't know how damn long. So once we get somewhere to eat, because we're both starving for breakfast, we're gonna give you a look of it overall. A few of you have seen pictures, but pictures don't do any justice really, so we'll see what we got. I had to put my own wheels on it to get it rolling because it was in that bad a shape. There wasn't any front wheels or tires on it, and the back wheels he put on it were super wide ones, and he wanted them, so it wasn't the best deal. I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth over it and the guy and everything, but I felt that if I didn't buy it, nobody was ever going to get it. So alright, I'll get back with you guys and see what we got. Okay, so we finally got back with it, and this is me assessing it. So we're missing the taillight panel, which I have, and the gas tank and the seat spring, but I think I can gather all that stuff up from other ones. The steering wheel, I have one of them. I have the hood and grill. I have the lower grill, but I have a feeling this engine's not good. Just there's too much moisture and debris everywhere and everything. But that doesn't mean everything. It could be fine. The oil's not too impressive, but that's what $200 gets you these days, I guess. I don't have the tranny cooler. I'd like to have one of them, or the cover, I mean. But I'll go gather some parts up and bolt them on and see what we have after that. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I started tearing into it. It loosely had the intake manifold bolted on, which made me concerned. So I took that off. If you look inside the intake ports, it looks like a habitat's in there. So now I can see that that valve has been moving. This one does not appear to be moving. Now I know that that's not going to completely kill it. You can relap the valves and clean everything and lubricate it, and it should run. It doesn't look terribly bad, but it doesn't look good. I'm going to take this front cylinder head off, and I might take the battery tray out of it and get that back head off, or just loosen the motor and kick it sideways or something along those lines. But I put the hood on it that I had upstairs, and I got a lower grill on it. I got the taillight panel for it, and the steering wheel, I'm going to just cut that one off because it's completely bent and tweaked and it's not going to work. But I started the process of soaking stuff to get it to where that handle maybe frees up and some other things free up. I might get that battery tray out just to get that nest out of there back behind the dash, check the condition of the wiring, and probably drain. If I can get this motor freed up to where all the valves work and everything works, then we'll go ahead, change the oil and get it sparking, and then see if it'll make some noise. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Okay guys, getting it ready to install sideways so I can put the drive shaft to the back. No, I'm just kidding. So we started taking the cylinder heads off, and we got a valve that I don't think seals too well in its current state, so I'm not worried about that. I can clean that up. This side doesn't worry me, but I did wait and save the best for last. I did not take this off yet, but there is all the bolts. So when it comes off, you'll see it for the first time with me. Oh goodness, there went the fucking yard back here. Ew, there just had a bowel movement. Ooh, just evicted that guy. See you later. We got a nest back there. We got spiders living in it. I don't like spiders. Sorry if that offends you. But this valve is not sealing at all because I had that filled with oil to help it out. And when I turned it over once, it actually blew all the oil out over everything. So the compression, this exhaust is probably sealing, but the intake's not. So I'll get after that and try to lap that valve. The stroke on these engines isn't that long, it doesn't seem. I can't feel that corrosion. I think with some like 1500 grit I can clean this up. But all hope's not lost. I know it has a crank seal problem going on. And after cleaning up them valves, after I flush this a few times, I have to dump some kerosene or something through the block. There's no ridge. And I know you can't tell if it knocks by turning it, but it doesn't seem like there's any real bad play in it. So it might just be a valve issue, and it probably had a carb issue is why it ended up getting put out to pasture. So when I noticed this, it says sold Jeff. Some other idiot named Jeff bought it back in 14. Maybe I'll be actually able to do something with it, unlike the previous purchaser. So I'm also really happy. I don't know if I posted this in the other video, but the fluid's nice and clean in the rear end of it. So that's hopeful. So we shall see what happens. Tell me what you guys think. Later. Okay, it's been about an hour or so. Got the whole engine block cleaned off. I got the valves all cleaned out. I need to still, Jesus Christ. Still need to lap the valves. I got the lifter valve, or the valve covers, or lifter covers you could call them, I guess, all cleaned out. This might have been drastic what I did, but there was so much gunk and shit in there. I ran gasoline, dumped it down through here, and flushed everything out, which got a lot of that out of there, all the little debris and everything, and rust colored stuff and whatever else could be bad in there. And then I chased that with oil, 2 gallons worth of oil, that Traveler oil that I don't plan on using on anything else. And then I WD-40'd and red Scotch braided this. I still have a coat of that on there. I cleaned the points, they were corroded up, and right now I'm just letting that oil drain out and taking a break and getting my finger out of the camera. But it's looking okay. I mean, that doesn't look too great coming out of there. I might flush one more time because there's some pretty chunky stuff coming out of there. And I also degreased the whole front frame. Once I got the motor setting back where I wanted to, I thought about cleaning the rest of the fenders and everything and see if that yellow will even come back a little bit. I have other fenders with the dimples for the gas tank. So them ones are all bent on the back. I thought about just hammer and dollying them and straighten them up, but we'll see. I'm more concerned about it running and moving right now. And then probably finding that cover for that cooler right there would be the next thing. So it doesn't look too healthy what's coming out of there. What do you think, Hugh? Or James Barrett, if you're watching? Oh God, that doesn't look good at all. I loosened up a lot of stuff with the gas, I guarantee it. So I don't know. It might run perfect, but it'd probably be short-lived. That's terrible. Oh God, that's not giving me any confidence. What a fucking mess I bought. Oh my. Tell me what you guys think. Alright, well this is where we're at. I tested a little bit of cleaning up the fender, which it's a shame the rest is so rusty it came back. That's where we're at. I got behind the tin work cleaned up. Got the front of the engine and everything cleaned up. That won't stay there, don't let go of it. And got all the valves working. I got to lap them still, but I put it back together because we might be getting snow. So, see what happens. I still got everything soaking, so hopefully that lever and everything will free up. I'll be on the... I might have some throttle cables and choke cables to make it work. But if anybody has one of these and they have pictures of what the original decals look like on the hood, where they give me measurements, that would be awesome. So, that's all.